Before getting into the video, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notified every time we upload a video. Another kind of loop in Python is for loop. A for loop is used for iterating over a sequence, which can be a list, a tuple, a dictionary, set, a string. Majorly, we use the range function in this kind of loop. The range function returns a sequence of numbers starting from 0 by default and increments by 1 and ends at a specified number. So if we have for x in range 10, print x, it will give us the value from 0 to 9. Since 0 is the default value, it will start from 0 and increment every time by 1. So 0, 1, 2 up to 9. What if we wished to print the value from 1 to 10? So in that case, you can give two arguments, which is start argument and the end argument incremented by 1. So in the case if we wish to print values from 1 to 10, we'll write start argument as 1 and end argument as 11. So on running the code, it is giving us 1 to 10 values. Okay, now we can also use the step function here, as we have already discussed about the step function previously. So all you need to do is we simply write value from where we wish to start. Let us say we wish to start from 2 and then end at 30 and with a step value of 3. So it is going to give us the output as 2, 5, 8, 11 up to 29. Since the step function was 3, so the value is incremented by 3 every time. Let us try to write the same code for printing hello 10 times using for loop. So if we are writing using for loop, we will write for I in range, let's say 10, and then colon. After that, print. We are using string formatting here, so f and then hello and then colon and then in the placeholder I. And now let us run this program. So it is giving us the value from 0 to 9 and it is printing hello 10 times. Now let us see how can we print sum from 1 to 10 using the for loop. So we have the variable total again here, which is initialized to 0. Then we will use the for loop. So for I in range 1 to 11, total plus equal to I, and in the next block we'll write print total. Let us run the code and see the output. The output is 55. What if we wanted the user to input a value up to which the sum will be getting printed? So we take another variable here, which is n. N is equal to int input, enter the number. Since we have to take it as the integer, as the addition operation is to be performed, so we can't take the string, thus we have used the int function here. Now the remaining code is the same, and with a slight change, that is instead of writing 11 here, we'll write n plus 1, because if the user wants to print the sum from 1 to 10, we have to give the argument in the range function as 11. So that will be a value which is incremented by 1. So the range arguments will be 1 comma n plus 1. Now let us run the code and see what is the output. So in our case, let us say we give the input as 10. So it should give the output as 55. Yeah, so the output is 55 and our code is working perfectly. This is how we write sum of numbers from 1 to 10 or 1 to n number, where we are giving n as the input from the user and getting the sum printed. So that is how we write using for loop. Now let us talk something about the break and continue keyword. For example, we have a program for I in range 1 comma 11, then colon. We wish to check the condition that if the number becomes 5, that is, if the value of I becomes 5, the execution must end there and nothing must be printed after that. So we will use break here. So first we will write the condition if I equal to 5 colon break, and below it we'll write print I. So that will give us the value 1, 2, 3, 4. See, as soon as I takes the value 5, the loop is not continued further and it will print the value up to 4 only. That is, first it will take 1 as the value, and since the condition doesn't satisfy, so the loop continues. I takes the value 2, 3, 4, and when it comes to 5, it will check the condition again, that if I equal to 5. So 5 equal to 5, and thus it will execute the statement break, and the whole loop breaks here and it will not further continue the loop. That is, it would not even check for 6, 7, 8, 9. That is the break statement. Now let us switch to the continue keyword in Python. So suppose we have to print numbers from 1 to 10 but not 5. So the program for this will be, we'll write for I in range 1 comma 11 colon, and the if statement we write if I equal to 5 colon continue, and outside this if statement we'll write print I. So how is this going to be executed? Let us run this program and let us see what is the output. So the output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is because what is happening here, first of all it will take 1, 2, 3, 4, and for that print I will get executed. But as soon as the value is 5, that is I is equals to 5, then the continue part will be executed, which means it will just skip 5 and continue to execute the rest of the loop. That is, it will check for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and thus we are getting the output as 1 to 4, and after that 6 to 10. This continue statement resembles something like the jump statement, which certainly jumps to a value by skipping some values. I hope you are clear with break and continue keyword. If you like this video, hit the like button. Thank you.